Hello everyone and welcome back to Kansas Christian College, the site of the 2022 Southwest Regional Tournament for Division II of the NCCAA. And we just finished up a few minutes ago a great game between Manhattan and Dallas, and we are 4 minutes away from our fourth game of the day with Champion and Christian, Kansas Christian, excuse me. Just a recap of the day. It started off at noon today with Arlington and Barclay. Arlington won that 101-73. Then Ozark versus Southwestern Adventist University. Southwestern Adventist won 83-76. So that pitted Arlington against Southwestern on Friday at 1:30 will be that game. Our last game that just finished up went into overtime. There was a buzzer beater by Manhattan to send that game into overtime, but ultimately Dallas prevailed with a 91-87 win, taking them into the semifinals as well, leaving one more game to be decided for the night, and this is Champion Christian against the host school, Kansas Christian. And helping me out tonight, I have Mr. Stephen Kelso. He's no stranger here on the campus of Kansas Christian. I believe he teaches some classes and does a few other things, but Mr. Kelso, as they like to call you, I'll kind of leave it up to you to tell what you want to that you do around these parts.
So I'm a Bible and theology professor. I also teach a lot of our leadership courses here on campus, and I'm a huge fan of these students. I'm having to give a little bit of commentary. I gotta be balanced in our commentary tonight, Tim, and not screaming the audience's ear every time KCC scores. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I promise I'm excited for a fair, awesome game of basketball today.
And Mr. Kelso, Stephen is definitely a fan of the students and a big cheerleader for them. And I'm happy to have you here because I've been gone for a few years, so I don't know most of the players on Kansas Christian. So hopefully you can help me out and be able to call them by name a lot quicker than I can. And that I will do my best with Champion Christian. So these two teams, just looking at the power rankings, we've done that for the other games so far. Kansas Christian is number 9 in the nation in the power rankings. They're number 3 in the NCCAA Division II. And then Champion Christian is number 18 overall. And in this tournament, they're trying to count on the run here. Looks like number 7 in the power rankings. Now that is not a poll of where they're ranked. That is a special combination of numbers based on your wins by how much and several different factors that determines that. But ultimately, we should have a good game on our hands here. And we're about a minute and 20 seconds away from starting. And Mr. Kelso has the YouTube channel pulled up live. So if you've got a friend, a relative that's playing in this game, we would like to hear from you on the YouTube channel, like to have some shout outs, and Mr. Kelso will read some of those as we go throughout the evening. We've got 1 minute to go. Go ahead.
We already got a Let's Go K-Shawn and Champion Tigers.
All right.
So, Tim, I got to ask you, what they do a lot of times when you have these two teams, we have two mascots here. We got Tigers and Falcons. How do you think a Falcon would beat a Tiger?
Well, I would put my money on the Tiger in that for sure. If we're just going by mascots, I would definitely take my chances with the Tiger because I sure wouldn't want to meet a Tiger. Champion, I've got – what's that? Mr. Matt Lee is telling us that we're not live, but we should be. So if you can prove him wrong, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, we're here.
As long as we've got Matt here, I will confirm, except he just turned around and walked away. I believe Champion is from Hot Springs, Arkansas. And
well, they'll be nice and relaxed then.
If I'm incorrect about that, send us a little blurb on the YouTube, and we will try to make that right. During the previous game, Stephen, I said that I thought Southwestern Adventist was from up north, which on second thought, I should have been able to figure that out since Southwestern is in their name. Turns out they're from Texas rather than up north. So if you're in South America, they would be north.
Yeah. Well, geography, I'm not a geography professor, so you know what? I might have made the same mistake.
I actually taught geography for several years in high school. But I do know that Texas is south of here, not north. And we're about ready to start. I'll have to see what they're doing here, if they're doing national anthem or just going straight into opening lineups. All right, we're going to start with prayer. We're going to cut our feed and just let you all listen to the prayer and the beginning things.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for a chance to come out and just enjoy the game of basketball. Pray that you keep both teams safe. Help us honor and glorify you in all we do. In your name we pray. Amen. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard this evening, please welcome the Falcons of Kansas Christian. They are coached by Jaime Cuellar and assisted by Richard Galley and Zach Sanders. Starting at guard, number 1, Javarius Washington. Starting at forward, number 2, Raekwon Frazier. Also at guard, number 5, Rashad Wilson. Also at guard, number 15, Vince Smith. And at forward, number 21, Elazar Conley. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Tigers of Champion Christian. They are coached by Mo Capacey, who is assisted by Brendan Hatfield. Starting at guard, number 0, Marcus Blakely. Starting at forward, number 11, Keyshawn Scott. Also at guard, number 12, Zoe Capacey. Also at guard, number 13, A.J. Williams. And at forward, number 14, Braylon Hawkins. Your officials for today's game are Larry Reynolds, Lance. Good luck to both teams. Good luck to both.
All right, we are about ready for action here at Kansas Christian College on a cold February night, and I'm sure happy this game is being played indoors tonight, Stephen.
Yeah, me too. It's been kind of crazy around here. We've had multiple snow days already this semester, and so hopefully these teams are warmed up and ready to play.
Now, let me mention one thing. Champion is going to be home team on the scoreboard. They are in white, so even though this game is being held at Kansas Christian College, Kansas Christian is the visiting team, which I'm sure will be confusing to not only us, but the scoreboard operator and probably fans. So when Kansas Christian scores, it will be put down on the guest side. Great back door to start the game by Kansas Christian College.
Number 15, Vince Smith with the score there.
Champion brings it up court. Blakely is handling the ball up top. Strong rebound by Kansas Christian, pushing the ball up the court.
Yeah.
Quick
Another
shot.
score by 21.
That's Conley. Now, obviously, coming into this game, I mean, both teams are wanting to get a quick start. We learned in the last game, though, a quick start doesn't necessarily mean a win. But any team wants to come out with a quick start, and I believe that was partially blocked. Kansas Christian looking to run again. Pass is a little bit too strong there for Wilson. Turnover, ball goes back to Champion. Kansas Christian is putting on A little bit of full court defense on Champion. Champion gets the ball over half court line fairly easily and sets the ball up in the half court. Great help defense there from Washington. Takes it all the way, throws the ball up into the air. Basket is no good. There was no basket, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 as the foul was on Zoe Capacey. Hopefully we're pronouncing that correctly. If not, I'll probably pronounce it several different ways throughout the evening, so one of them is sure to be right.
Free throw good by Washington. Second one no good. Kansas Christian's up 5-0 in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Another turnover to Washington, headed in.
It's good.
For the 2. Kansas Christian quickly jumps up out to a 7-0 lead. See Champion's coach eyeing the scoreboard there. If Kansas Christian gets another quick score, Champion may have to burn a timeout. Shot long, rebounded, strong rebound by 14 to Champion. That's Braylon Hawkins. Put it in, basket is good, and Hawkins going to the line for 1. That is a great way to stop the bleeding, a traditional 3-point play. Hawkins now going to the line to shoot 1. Hopefully give his team a 3rd point here early in this game.
I have confirmation in the chat that you did pronounce number 12's name correctly.
I wish I could remember what I said. I believe it was Capacey. I believe that's what I said.
I think so.
Long 3-pointer rims out by Smith. Champion on the run. Great lead pass up to number 11 for Champion. That's Keyshawn Scott. I should pronounce Scott correctly for the night.
Yeah, you definitely should.
That is my name as well. My first name is not Keyshawn. It's Tim, but I will definitely get the Scott right. And Scott is going to the line to shoot 2. First shot is good. Second shot a little long. Happened to glance across the way. See Dave Pedato sitting in the crowd over there. He was a employee here at Kansas Christian a few years ago.
Yeah, he's
back
always
when I was here.
Always been a big supporter of our men and women's basketball teams, and it's nice to see him in the stands today.
And our stands are filling up. We've still got room for you if you want to come and join us. But we've got a pretty good crowd on hand here for a Wednesday night.
A cold Wednesday night.
Cold Wednesday night. We can't stress that enough.
Feel sorry for some of these teams. They're coming up from Texas.
Big shot there by Blakely. I believe they called it a 3. Yes, they did. And with that, Champion cuts the early KCC lead to 1. KCC with the interior pass, didn't quite get it there. Scott all the way to the rim. Didn't make the basket, but did get fouled. Will go to the line to shoot a couple more. And after this first free throw, Champion is subbing in 4 new guys off the bench.
Let's see if they can tie it up here with this free throw.
Good looking shot there, but it didn't fall. So everyone except for Scott is coming out of the game. No, I'm mistaken. 3 came out. Scott is still in. We have a 4th one to come in for Scott if he makes this free throw. It's one of those true ironies of basketball, this situation. If you make the free throw, then you got to come out of the game. If you miss it, you got to stay in a little longer. Scott chose to make it. Probably a good decision. His coach would prefer that, I'm sure.
And we're tied up 7-7.
So Champion took the first blow from KCC, climbed back in this game, and now we'll see if KCC has an answer.
And
Good strong
do.
take all the way to the basket. That was Frazier. A lot of contact inside, no call. KCC comes down with the rebound, long pass ahead.
And we just about take out somebody in the stands.
Yeah, if you're in the front row, you can be part of the action as well. You may not catch a ball, but you can catch a player, although you do have to return them. Washington bringing the ball into the front court. Give and go opportunity, nothing there.
Back
Good
to
decision
Washington.
not to force that. Washington comes back out, gets the ball, resets it with 10 on the shot clock. Washington stops, takes the long three.
No good.
No good. Champion on the run again. Long pass, tipped by KCC. Oh, and huge block by number 21, Conley. It looked like that was going to be an easy basket. Conley came out of nowhere and swatted that to the concession stand, and that's not hyperbole. He actually did swat it to the concession stand. Granted, the concession stand is right by the court, but he still swatted it to the concession stand.
He did, and that was a clean swat, too. He didn't even touch the other player.
That really was. Good interior pass. No good. We've got another foul called. And that is the fourth foul on Kansas Christian early in this game, and that could come into play later on in the game. Number 13, A.J. Williams, will go to the line to shoot two.
In the chat, Tim, KJ Corder has a lot of fans today. They're shouting him out.
All right. Well, keep them coming.
Washington with the ball again.
Great interior pass. I think the pass was from Washington.
To Conley,
Went to Conley for the score. Kansas Christian extends the lead to 3. Now we have a turnover. Passed ahead to Washington. Washington going coast to coast with it.
And it's good.
And good. We got a lot of fans on the baseline that were just looking down at him, screaming at him there. Long shot, long rebound. Goes back to Kansas Christian. Washington pushing the ball up court again.
Ooh,
and we've got a goaltending is the call. Goaltending is the call. If you're not familiar with that, if the ball is starting to come down and it's touched by a defensive player, it's goaltending. Or if the ball has already touched the backboard. I think that one, it was very close. Coach for Champion doesn't really agree with the call. It was very close, but I think what they were calling is the ball had just started to come down when that block occurred. So the basket is good. Champion gets the ball, comes down the court. Number 22 for Champion, which is
Brett
KJ Corder.
Oh, wrong team.
Makes that shot, so Corder's got a big fan club, and Corder just puts in a couple.
Three for Jackson.
Shot from the corner for Jackson. Man, Kelso just early in this game, this gym is getting loud. Like KCC's got several fans here, including I saw one of the other teams cheering for him over there.
Yeah. The entire men's baseball team is sitting on the stage, and they are cheering today.
Okay, that's part of why they're cheering is that their game got canceled today, so they didn't have to go outside and
Play in 20-degree weather, yeah.
Yeah. Nice interior pass by Kansas Christian. Foul has been called. Number 4 for Kansas Christian.
Darian Williams.
Williams, am I looking at the wrong spot? Is that number 4?
Well,
number 4. So I have 34 on here, but you're saying that's Williams.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know him from class.
That's why we got you here. So we're going to change that to number 4 in our program. If my pen would work. And we will try to keep that straight. Williams hits the first free throw.
And the second. KCC up by 10.
We've got some nice glossy programs which look really nice, but pens don't want to work on them. So I'm going to have to use my brain apparently to remember that number, and that's probably not a good idea.
Well, you know, Tim, if you look on their jerseys, they're really big right there on their backs.
I'm just meaning matching it up with my program. I'm going to have to remember. So, but thanks for that clarification, Stephen. Another steal by KCC. Williams passes it back. Little too strong on the pass. Turnover by Kansas Christian. Goes back to Champion. Number 11 for Champion, Kayshawn Scott, back in the game. I almost messed Scott up that time. Almost said shot instead of Scott. Jenkins bringing the ball up for Champion, taking it all the way to the basket. Tries for a late pass, gets blocked. But I believe he stepped on the baseline is what they're calling. We're a little bit on the opposite side of half court. I can see that far, but there were a lot of people between me and him. So I'm just looking at the ref. We've got a whistle. We've got a foul away from the ball. Kansas Christian was just bringing the ball up court, and Champions Braylon Hawkins fouled under the basket 60 foot from the basket. I was looking the other direction, so I can't really tell you what happened.
Well, I was following the ball like you were, Tim.
That's why we have 3 referees, and referees are trained to watch different spots on the court, so that way they catch something like that. Kansas Christian in the half court, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Number 4,
Great
Williams
interior
with us.
pass. Williams, I can see I'm going to have to remember that name and number because he just put it down strong from the inside. Kansas Christian out to a 12-point lead and really seemed to have gained the momentum. And right as I say that, on cue, Kyle Malone drills a 3, bringing his team back to within 9. Quick timeout by Champion. It's the 32nd timeout, so we'll just go ahead and stay here rather than try to squeeze a commercial in. So 8 minutes into this game, score is 22-13, Kansas Christian. Champion is hanging in there. Kansas Christian seems to be playing really well starting out, and they have a large delegation of the student section setting up on the stage, so that end of the court where Kansas Christian is currently playing offense, it gets pretty loud whenever they make a basket, and especially with that dunk, it got loud.
Got another shout out from Nikki Washington to our very own number 1, Javarius Washington.
Thank you for watching tonight, Nikki. Kansas Christian bringing the ball into the front court. Jordan brings it down. There's an 18-footer off the front of the rim by, is it Hyacinth? Is that
Hyacinth,
correct?
yes, that is correct.
Outlast pass, Champion with the open shot. Jenkins, nothing but net. And like that, Champion has cut the lead back to 6. Boy, the speed at which these guys play and their ability to shoot, a lead can disappear pretty quick. Champion with the rebound, pushing it up court again is Jenkins, being guarded closely by number 30, Jordan. 20-footer off the front of the rim by Malone. Rebound by Kansas Christian. Scott may have gotten a piece of that off the shot there. Another three by Capacey. And just like that, we went from a 12-point game to a 3-point game.
In a matter of less than 2 minutes.
Steven, we got ourselves a ball game. Which is how we like it.
Yeah.
Since I'm not coaching anymore, I like the close games better than the blowouts. Long three from number 14, Champion Hawkins. Short on that one. Jackson Hall brings the ball down. Jackson drilled a three earlier, and I didn't mention his name.
He might be. Nope, not going for another one.
Jackson is kind of known for his ability to pop the three. He's a junior this year here at Kansas Christian. Has been around since his freshman year and has become a very integral part of this ball team.
Go big break, big break.
Jenkins with the ball. Being guarded by Jordan, and it looks like early on that's going to be a fun matchup to watch, Jenkins and Jordan up front. A lot of contact down low, big bodies in there fighting for rebound. Pulled down by Kansas Christian, passed ahead to Jordan, and there's going to be a foul by Jenkins, excuse me. We've got, I believe, a timeout on the court from Kansas Christian. 30-second timeout. Jenkins doesn't agree with the call, but unfortunately for him, the ref is going to go ahead and stick by his guns and stay with that call. So between timeouts, we went from a 12-point lead down to a 3-point lead with 9:27 left to go in the game. And boy, all of these games so far today have been exciting games, lots of action. The last two games, well, the first game of the day ended up being a pretty wide margin, but it was a close game until the 10-minute mark.
Yep.
High-scoring games, lots of action, lots of up and down the court, fun basketball to watch.
Oh, these teams are coming in. This is a single elimination tournament, Tim, so they come in and they're going to play with all their heart because they know if they lose, they're going home.
One and done. There is no tomorrow. You got to take care of business today. KCC inbounds the ball. Doing a weave at the guards. Ball comes back to Washington. Washington kicks it out to Smith. Turnover by KCC.
And KCC gets it back, number 15.
Champion had to get rid of that. They were about to travel. I was blocked out, didn't get to see what happened there. Looks like a foul on Washington for KCC on the rebound. Ball will go back over to Champion. That is the 5th foul on Kansas Christian. Champion will begin shooting 1-and-1 free throws on the 7th foul. There's still 9 minutes to go in this half, so we will probably see some free throws later on in this half in the 1-and-1. Great interior pass. Shot missed down low. Outlet down the court to Smith. KCC sets up the offense. Strong take in the lane by Washington. Can't get the basket to fall. Rebounded by Champion. Williams in the front court. Long three-pointer off the back of the rim by Blakely. KCC regains possession and heads down the court again. Stephen, I'm going to either have to learn to talk faster or these guys are going to have to start playing slower because I can't keep up with what's going on out there. Champion Christian Laurent is checking into the game. And I believe Porter was the second one that checked in. He's into the game now. Champion with possession, down by 3, a little under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Good move to the basket.
Number 22.
Porter with 2, and we have a 1-point ball game. Strong pass ahead. And Smith tried to shoot that before he had a handle on it, kind of lost the handle. Turned it back over to Champion. Strong into the lane. Shot is missed by Laurent. He will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and I'm going to take a breath.
Free throws good by Laurent.
If Laurent makes this free throw, Champion can take the lead. They've cut that 12-point deficit to 0, and we're going to have a no basket. His teammate stepped into the lane before the ball left his hand. Therefore, we have a lane violation, no basket. Ball goes back into the hands of Kansas Christian.
We're tied 22-22.
This has been a fun game so far, Stephen.
Has been. It's amazing the intensity at which these guys play.
It is, and you can't really appreciate the speed unless you're sitting courtside like we are. Just to see how quickly they get the ball up and down the court, the speed at which they're playing, and to be able to do it without traveling or losing control of the ball. Takes a lot of ability, and that's why these guys are here, because they have ability. Washington has the ball in his hands, looking for some options. Kick to the corner. Good drive all the way to the basket by Smith. Passed up the three-pointer because he had somebody coming out on him, and instead used that defender's momentum against him, drove baseline and put up that shot, and KCC takes a 2-point lead.
Rashad Wilson forces the turnover.
Now Wilson
And scores.
all the way in. And the fans on the stage are going crazy. But Smith picks up a foul, and I believe that is the 7th foul. So Champion will walk to the other end to shoot a 1-and-1. With 6 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in this half, Champion is going to be shooting baskets, shooting free throws, each foul for the rest of this half. So Kansas Christian is going to have to ease off a little bit on the fouling. We're going to be watching a lot of Champion shooting free throws.
It's good by number 22.
And that's Porter.
And he gets them both.
Kansas Christian Washington bringing the ball down the court. Swinging it through Jackson Hall. Back into the hands of Washington. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Interior pass down to Conley. And we've got a foul on Laurent. That is 5 team fouls on Champion. This scoreboard does not have team fouls on it, so our statistician is thankfully keeping us up to date so that we can do our best to look intelligent, and we need all the help we can get on that, Stephen, so we really appreciate that.
I don't think there's enough help for us, Tim.
Well, at least we just have to sound intelligent and not look intelligent since
Right.
no one can see us. As my brother likes to say, I've got a face that was made for radio. So, Champion bringing the ball into the front court. That's Williams. Passes ahead to Hawkins.
Hall gets the
And
ball.
we've got a turnover. Jackson Hall taking the ball, drawing the foul. And if my math is correct, 5 plus 1, that would be 6 team fouls. So Kansas Christian will just set it up on the baseline, bring the ball down the court, leading by 2 with a little over 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Checking into the game is Frazier. Going out of the game is Williams for Kansas Christian. Strong move to the basket, but met at the basket by number 21, Laurent, for the block. Great defensive play by Laurent. I had looked away. We have a block, I believe it was by Washington. Champion goes back to the line. Number 10, Malone, to shoot 1-and-1. Down by 2, so he'll have a chance to tie this game up again. Have another lane violation on Champion. That is twice they have stepped in the lane too early, and that will drive a coach crazy. And we heard the coach for Champion imploring his guys. The basic message was stop doing that, and I think that's a good message.
Yeah, I feel like that's a basic fundamental of basketball everyone should understand.
Long three-point attempt by Kansas Christian, number 5. And Wilson got caught watching the ball, didn't get back on defense. Once he missed that shot, his man, I believe it was number 10, Malone, just took off down court. Williams was still watching the ball. They threw it down to Malone for an easy 2 to tie this game up. As KCC misses the shot, Champion pulls down the rebound and heads down court. Another three-pointer, a little bit short.
Wilson with the ball, heading back on up. We have a tie ball game, 26-26 with 5 minutes left in the period. And it's good. Number 30, Jarice Jordan with the three-pointer.
Jordan just saw daylight there and put it up with confidence.
It was going to be either him or Hall. They were setting that up.
Great interior pass. Late call, but I think it was the correct call. Kansas Christian with the foul. Frazier on the shot. So Hawkins will go to the line to shoot 2. Champion has spent a lot of time already in this game standing at the free throw line. And coach for Champion just moved all of his players out of the lane, so he is not going to get a lane violation this time unless his shooter steps over the line.
Well,
at which time we may be able to see the red go from coach's chin up into his head if that happens, because he's going to make sure that his guys understand that he's tired of lane violations. And it was a good decision. Hawkins hits both free throws. No one was around to step into the lane, so those count. KCC brings the ball into the front court. Hall handling it. Attempted interior pass there by Jordan, threw it away. Champion comes down by 1 with 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Williams shuffled his feet. Trail official was on it, called him for it. We have a turnover back to Kansas Christian. We will look at the stats at halftime, Stephen, but Seems like there's been a lot of turnovers in this game by both teams. I'm being told Champion has 11 turnovers so far in this game. I'm sure that's something that Coach will address at halftime.
Jordan with the failed three. Number 13 gets the rebound. They send it down real quick. They're trying to go for a fast score. Another 3 by 2, maybe? No.
Two was wide open underneath Jenkins. His teammate saw him, but I don't think Jenkins realized how wide open he was. His teammate gave him the pass, but he wasn't expecting it. So we have another turnover. KCC has the ball. Oh, Hall had a little bit of daylight there. Chose to pass it away, threw it away, 2-on-1 break. Oh, Scott with the score, although I think he got away with the travel in the process. Jordan talking to the official about it as he dribbles the ball down the court. And surprisingly enough, the official decided not to change his call. Hall has a look at the basket, misses the long three. KCC pulls down the rebound. Hall cuts right to the basket. Then throws it away. We have another turnover as Zoe Capacey checks back into the game. Coming into the game for Malone, who will sit down with 2 minutes and 1 second to go in this game. With exception for that short amount of time where KCC had a 12-point lead, this has been a tight game throughout the first half. Short on the shot there by Jenkins. KCC with the rebound, pushing it up court with 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go. Jordan has the ball, great interior pass to the interior for Williams. 2 points. KCC goes back up by 1 with 1.5 minutes to go.
Another block by Williams.
Block by Williams.
No
a lot
foul.
of contact. Not on the hand. The hands were clean. There was a lot of body contact. Nothing called. Williams quickly comes down the court. KCC brings it down, sets it up in the half court. Looking to get a couple more scores here before halftime. Strong take to the basket by Conley. Shot is no good, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 as Zoe Capacey is called for the foul. KCC will have 2 free throws.
We'll hold our breath in anticipation to see if there's any more line violations.
I'm guessing Coach got his message across. If there is, I would not want to be the person that commits the 3rd lane violation because he may get left in the locker room at halftime.
Might just get left in Kansas City.
He may have to sleep outside tonight. This is not a good night to sleep outside.
First free throw is no good by number 21, Conley.
Both teams had some guys sub into the game there. Sorry I didn't get all of them for you. Quarter is back in the game. I believe the other one was Laurent. And now KCC, Noah Brooks is checking into the game, a 6'8 freshman. This is the first time we've seen him tonight. And KCC calls a 30-second timeout. Stephen, let's go ahead and roll a commercial here. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Prepare yourself to help others in the field of human or social services by completing your bachelor's degree in psychology at Kansas Christian College. This accredited program can be completed fully online, offering you great flexibility. A degree in psychology taught from a Christian values perspective will prepare you to serve others as a counselor, caseworker, rehabilitation specialist, social worker, or even a career in criminal justice, and so much more. For a limited time, get your bachelor's degree for just $20,000. Classes are forming now. Enroll today at Kansas Christian College.
Loud, though. We might next time come back.
All right. We're back.
We are back in action. That is the 3rd 30-second timeout. So one more 30-second timeout, and the rest of the timeouts this game will be full timeouts. Give us a little more chance to catch our breath as Quarter takes it in strong, misses the basket a little bit short. Rebound to KCC. They push it up court. Hall with the long three.
No good.
Off the rim. Foul on the rebound by 20. Is that Panetta? Do I have that correct?
Yep, Christian Panetta.
Christian Panetta. And Laurent will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And how many times have we said this? His team is 2 points behind. If he hits these free throws, they can tie this game up.
They won't tie it this time.
But they won't tie it this time. I'm not intentionally saying that to jinx them, but they seem to be having troubles from the free throw line early in this game.
Which is a shame because they've been there a lot.
They have been there a lot. What do they say? Familiarity breeds contempt.
Yep, and they didn't get that one either, so.
They may be getting tired of being there.
Well, at least we didn't have any more lane violations.
30 seconds to go in the half. There's 20 seconds on the shot clock, so KCC will have to take a shot and leave a little bit of time for Champion to get the ball down for one final shot. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 15 on the game clock.
30-32.
There's a long shot by Noah Brooks, no good. Champion has 10 seconds left as they push the ball down. Looking for a shooter, 13 there. Kicks it back out
KCC block.
2 with the shot at the buzzer, short by Jenkins. And we will go into halftime with KCC up 32-30 and another fun half of basketball here at Kansas Christian College in the NCCAA Division II Regional Championships here at Kansas Christian College. We'll take a 15-minute halftime. We'll be back on in about 5 minutes to discuss the first half and may have an interview as well.
regional tournament. Action kicks off at
All right, we're back here at halftime. About 8.5 minutes to go in the half. And I'm joined here by Coach Gia. She is the women's coach here at Kansas Christian College. They will play tomorrow. We've got 3 women's games on slate for the day tomorrow. There are 7 teams in that bracket, so the first team, which I believe is Ozark, got a bye. Mm-hmm. So, Coach, this is I'll let you tell. I'm thinking your second year here, second or first year?
This is my first year here.
All right, tell us a little bit. You're the coach for Kansas Christian College. Kind of tell us where you came from and how you ended up here in Kansas. And there may be days when you kind of wonder that yourself.
Well, I definitely wouldn't have thought a year ago that I'll be in Kansas, but God had other plans for me. I'm from Bryan, Texas, so of course that was my hometown. Born and raised there. I went to Lamar University for all 4 years. After I graduated, I decided to, instead of going overseas to play right away, I started working downtown Austin. And then eventually some things happened back home, moved back, and that was, 2015, 2014, and decided to coach youth basketball, so coaching high school down. And I really loved it because I love youth development, especially molding young players to become, just better people. I think it kind of really starts there. So being able to come here, I met Jaime, the men's coach. He came and I was coaching against his friend. I was coaching varsity boys at the time. And it was kind of funny, he approached me because we actually were losing that game. And I was so upset, but he came to me afterwards. He was like, hey, I like some of your players. And in the midst of all that, one of my girl players was there. And I guess they were in the midst of, coaching change here. And so he was trying to recruit girls as well. So kind of in all that stuff, ended up asking me if I wanted to be the coach here. And I was like, well, at first I said no, really because I love the youth development part. But, after praying about it and talking to other people, God put on my heart to, at least come here just to see what's here. And I'm thankful I did because this has been a pretty great experience for me, even with it being my first year.
So what have you found different? I know there's a lot of differences, but coaching youth basketball versus coming to this level, what's some of the similarities and some of the differences that you've seen early on?
Well, similarities, pretty much, even though I'm still young myself, but kids will still be kids, so the discipline aspect of still holding them accountable to the things that they need to get done on and off the court, because, so this is, at the end of the day, it's a job. I kind of tell my players all the time, would you show up late to your job? Will you not work hard at your job? This is the expectation. So if anything, really being able to help them grow, especially being my first year, it's just a lot of changes from previous coaching staff to my coaching staff. So I really want to, of course, make my mark, but that takes time. So, greatness takes time.
I've always said that any sport, basketball included, can be a great trainer for life. Mm-hmm. It teaches you a lot of good life lessons, and especially if it is handled in the right way and coached in the right way. Mm-hmm. So you all have a game tomorrow. Tell me a little bit about your team.
Okay.
We'll be seeing tomorrow.
Well, for my team, we have grown so much from the start of the season. It's kind of funny. I started with 12. Right now I currently have 7, but only 6 will be playing. And we just had an up and down season. It's more so of, players, whether not academically, because they all have been doing really well. I had 2 or 3 kids that make the dean list or president's role. So I'm really big on academics. It's more so just injuries and just small things that kind of crippled our team at crucial moments. I think I had about at least 6 games before Thanksgiving break where I had just 5 players. So, trying to play a full game with 5 players is really difficult. But all my players have definitely stepped up to the plate and really kind of took what I demanded of them the right way and actually want to prove themselves instead of just kind of letting them defeat them. Because I tell them all the time, I'm pretty much, I wouldn't say necessarily an easy coach to play for. Some things I just can't lax on, and especially academics and working hard, because I said there's a lot of things you could do. But if you don't want to be out here, find out.
And players will either revolt against that and walk away, or they'll step up and get better.
Oh, definitely. And it makes kind of, iron sharpens iron, so if you come, if
Exactly.
you can stay out here, then, you can make it out there.
Exactly. And we have a couple things in common. One, I coached here, coached the girls a few years ago. One of the girls on your team that will be playing tomorrow was one of the girls I recruited, and that was Monique Hunt. So I was here for some of your practice last night and heard her whining in practice, so some things never change.
Oh, no.
No, I just got to give her a hard time. Well, hey, Coach, thanks for stopping by. We got 3 minutes before we start into this again, so we will look forward to your game tomorrow and wish you the best and hope you can pull out a win tomorrow.
Well, thank you. Of course, thank you for what you've done with the program just from those early beginnings. So I definitely appreciate you, and of course, try to keep the good times rolling.
Hey, keep them coming, and it was my privilege to be here, and I'm happy to see that it's in good hands, and I think there's great things in the future for KCC women's basketball.
Thank you.
All right, and with that, we're going to turn it back over to Steven. If we can get his attention, get him back over here. We're going to run over a few stats, and then we will be ready to get into the second half action. KCC is up 32-30, and Steven, welcome back. Just a couple things that jump out as we look at the stat sheet. Probably the biggest thing that catches your eye right away, there was no one in that first half that had more than 6 points. Scott and Corder from Champion each had 6, and Williams from Kansas Christian had 6, and those were the high scorers in the first half. So very unusual case there. An average scoring ball game, 30-32, so about average, but no one over 6 points. The other thing that jumps out with Champion, they shot 33.3% from the field. Free throws, we talked about it a little bit. They kind of struggled late. Shot 57% on free throws. Kansas Christian shot 66.7%, but they only had 6 free throw attempts, whereas Champion had 14 free throw attempts. So we're getting ready for second half here. What did you see in that first half, and what would you look forward to or expect to see here in the second half?
Well, Tim, I got to be honest. Sitting down here, the only thing I've seen is the back of the referees' jerseys most of the time.
And all those look the same.
I know, right? No, in all actuality, I think that we're going to probably see a close ball game all the way to the end of this. Maybe one of the teams will be able to pull ahead, but I suspect they're going to fight and claw their way to a victory here the next 20 or so minutes. Well, 20 or so minutes on the clock.
I would guess the same. I just kind of expect this game to stay close throughout. In that first half, Kansas Christian had 11 points off of turnovers and 22 points in the paint, and those were big numbers for them. Largest leads of the game, Champion was up by 1 with 2 minutes to go, 2:30 in the first half. Kansas Christian was up by 12. There were 3 ties and 2 lead changes. I'm sorry, 3 lead changes. And no, I told you right the first time. 3 ties and 2 lead changes. And with that, we are ready for another half of basketball. Champion will get the ball to start the second half. They will be bringing it in from the sidelines, and we are underway again.
A 3 by number 13 for Champion to start the game.
I think that was a 2.
Just a 2.
They called it a 2.
It was
We'll
close.
have a tie ball game. Conley for KCC, strong drive to the basket. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but does get the foul, so he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Second free throw by number 21 is good. Champion has the ball. KCC up by 2.
KCC coming out in a little full court press to start the second half. Champion gets it over half court. And now it looks like KCC is switching back to a straight up man. Going to have a hand check on Vince Smith, number 15. Basic rule on that, you can't have two hands on them. If you've got one hand on them and you're prohibiting their movement toward the basket, if you're controlling them with that hand, then it's a hand check. Turnover by Champion.
And KCC turns it back.
Near turnover. KCC wasn't quite able to get a hold of the ball, so Champion gets it back. That's one thing I was wanting to look at. Champion had 12 turnovers in that first half. KCC had 9, so had a lot of turnovers. We'll see if that changes here in the second half.
It's definitely inhibited Champion from coming ahead the way that they're certainly capable to.
Some of those turnovers have been interior passing attempts that didn't quite make it, and that was an incredible shot by Williams. He was guarded on the perimeter, pretty good defense, and he just rose above the defense and put up a three-pointer. And Champion has the lead. I believe it's their first lead since the 2:30 mark, and KCC, Vince Smith says, no, we don't want you to have that lead. We're going to take it right back. And he does with his own three. KCC up by 2. Champion swings the ball around to Scott. Scott misses the shot. KCC pulls down the rebound. Champion gets in there, ties it up. The possession arrow will stay with KCC, and the Falcons will bring the ball up court, up by 2. Quite a move by KCC. Washington, great follow by Conley with the rebound and the putback. KCC extends that lead to 4. As Washington tries to get a charge, doesn't get the call. Instead, it's a block. Champion will inbound the ball baseline underneath the basket. Checking in for KCC is Jerice Jordan. Did I say that correct?
Yep, Jerice Jordan. Washington's out for the moment.
I'm guessing Washington probably won't be out too long.
No, I suspect not.
Great pass down to the post to Hawkins for Champion, 4-2. And the lead is back to 2. Oh, for a moment, Conley was wide open underneath and his teammate didn't see him. Now Hawkins goes for the steal, and instead of getting the ball, he got an arm, and they're not allowed to steal arms, so that is going to be a foul. KCC inbounds on the sidelines. Smith with the ball.
Goes for the 3, it's no good.
KCC defense gets a hand on it. Ball stays with Champion. Passes it inside, double teamed inside. Great interior pass down low to Scott. Scott misses the shot. KCC pulls down the rebound, pushes the ball ahead all the way to the basket, just a little bit short and won't fall. We have a dead ball. Subs coming into the game. We have Laurent, Quarter, and Malone in for Champion with a little over 16 and a half minutes to go in this ball game.
Raekwon with the 2. Nope.
Great move there. Boy, there have been a lot of shots,
Yeah.
especially inside, that have just been a little bit short.
Yeah.
Just hitting off the front of the rim. Need literally another couple 3 inches on them probably, and they would be dropping. But several people have been just a little bit short with that shot. Champion in the front court, running the offense, 8 seconds on the shot clock. The fans are counting down for them. Long 3-point shot by Malone. Off the front of the rim again. Ball out of bounds on Champion. Goes back to the Falcons of Kansas Christian.
Williams is back in the game.
And this is Wilson bringing the ball down the court. Passes to high post where Williams is. Now we have a long 3 by Jordan. Good. And Kansas Christian stretches that lead out to 5, and it's been a long time since there's been a 5-point lead by anyone in this game. Another defensive stop by KCC, running all the way to the basket. One extra pass down to Williams. Williams isn't able to handle it, puts it up, gets it partially blocked. Champion pulls down the rebound. KCC missed a golden opportunity there to go up by 7.
To Champion's credit, they were in there ready to block. There were bodies everywhere.
There were. And these are some pretty big bodies, too.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room left in that lane once you get a few of these guys down there. Champion with the 3, a little bit short. Outlet pass to Wilson. Wilson passes it ahead to Jordan. Jordan will set up the offense with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan with a little fadeaway shot. Not quite going, almost stolen away by KCC. Pineda doesn't quite get it. Missed by Champion. KCC on the run again. They've got numbers, 3-on-2. Missed shot, but great rebound underneath by Pineda for the rebound and the score, but back on the other end, Kansas Christian does not get back in time. Laurent gets the ball, goes down hard with the dunk.
Yeah, the general sense on the floor is that nobody knows exactly how that happened.
I'm thinking they may be calling a technical for hanging on the rim. Okay, we're trying to get an explanation here. Okay, so I believe the basket counted. We have a technical foul on the coach for being on the court. He's pleading his case with the referee. The technical foul was for the coach being on the court during play. And now the coach is going to call a timeout so he can go ahead and get the rest of his point across. One of his players goes out to keep him back, and so we're going to have a timeout, and then after the timeout, we should have a couple free throws coming up. So the basket is good off the dunk. We have a technical foul on the coach, timeout by the coach, and with that, we'll take a quick timeout as well.
Take the next step towards your college degree at Kansas Christian College. We have residential and online degrees just for you. Our faculty have international experience and teach from a Christian values perspective. Classes will be convenient, your degree will be affordable, and you will be prepared to serve others in your career. Enroll today in your undergraduate degree program at kansaschristian.edu. Take that next step toward your life goals and achieve your dream. Enroll today at Kansas Christian College. Classes are forming now.
All right, we're going live.
Okay, so we are back after the dunk, after the technical, after the timeout, Kansas Christian sends Vince Smith to the line to shoot the 2 free throws. First one is good. And I am mistaken, shoot 1 free throw. College, a few years back, switched some of these rules on technicals and severity and whatever else. So that is just going to be a 1 free throw technical. And I would love to explain all that to you all, but we don't have time and I don't quite understand it. So we'll just go with the referees said 1 free throw, and we're going to assume that they know what they're talking about. So Kansas Christian with the ball, up by 6.
KCC's number 1 3-point shooter is back of the game, Jackson Hall.
Stephen, I'm really impressed with the way that Jackson Hall's game has matured over the last couple of years, and he's really become a force down here as KCC drives all the way to the basket. I believe that was number 30. Am I correct on that? I believe that was Jordan that took that in for the score, and KCC has spread this out to an 8-point lead. Biggest lead they've had in a long time. Champion comes right back, I thought, with the answer, but that rimmed out the 3. Jackson Hall gets the outlet pass, pushes it ahead to Wilson. KCC has the ball in the half court, up 8 with the ball with 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Nice little teardrop shot. KCC is up 10, and you really feel these next 2 or 3 minutes might be really vital. Either Champion could get this game back to within a few points, or KCC could really pull away.
Which is
KCC with the steal. All the way to the basket, 21. Conley with the score. KCC is up 12. Timeout, Champion. This crowd is getting loud as KCC pulls ahead. Up 12 with momentum. Champion is forced to call a timeout, and I think we're out of 30-second timeouts. So let's go to a commercial.
Prepare yourself to help others in the field of human or social services by completing your bachelor's degree in psychology at Kansas Christian College. This accredited program can be completed fully online, offering you great flexibility. A degree in psychology taught from a Christian values perspective will prepare you to serve others as a counselor, caseworker, rehabilitation specialist, social worker, or even a career in criminal justice, and so much more. For a limited time, get your bachelor's degree for just $20,000. Classes are forming now. Enroll today at Kansas Christian College.
Since that technical, KCC has gone on a 7-0 run. Still on timeout. Well, timeout's over.
Boy, we don't hardly know what to do with ourselves with a full timeout there, Stephen. All of the 30-second timeouts for both teams have been used up. So the rest of the game, it's only full timeouts. So like you said, KCC has gone on a 7-0 run since that technical. This game, since about the 8-minute mark, something like that, in the first half, has just been back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. And no team could really take control. And just over the last 2 minutes or so, KCC has gone on a little run and stretched the lead out to 12 with 12 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Now, this game is by no means over. There's a whole bunch of time left, and we've already discussed how quickly points can go up in college basketball. But KCC definitely has the momentum. Champion had to burn a timeout to hopefully, for Champion, take that momentum away. So Champion now has the ball, coming into the front court with it, down by 12.
Let's see what Champion can do.
Looks like KCC has gone into a 2-on-2 zone. Champion does a good job of breaking it down. And number 10, Malone, drills the 3 to cut this lead back to 9. KCC brings it into the front court, passes it around. Great drive and dish down low, but the little basket is missed. Sometimes the hardest baskets are those when you're right around the goal. Champion drives in, number 22 for Champion. And Corder takes it all the way to the basket, makes the shot, and gets fouled. And Stephen, just like that, a 12-point lead has gone to a 7-point lead with a chance here to cut it to 6.
This is the best part about college basketball, Tim. It's not over until it's over. We saw in that last game some crazy back and forth.
And Corder does hit the free throw, cutting that 12-point lead to 6. KCC almost threw it away there as Champion goes into half-court press, and they're in trouble. Champion with the steal and the pass, cutting it to 4, and now KCC coach has to call a timeout as he has seen his double-digit lead over a minute and a half go from 12 points down to 4 points. And now Kansas Christian College has to regroup, and just like that, one little shot, you can feel that momentum shift. The KCC had the momentum. Everything seemed to be going their way. Champion comes down, hits a shot, gets a little bit of energy, comes down, hits another shot, gets a turnover, and all of a sudden 12 points goes to 4 points. Momentum has shifted, and KCC will have the ball, but they now have a 4-point lead. And if you're diagramming that last sentence, it's going to take you a while because it was a long one.
Yeah. I don't think they really diagram sentences anymore, Tim.
I never did much anyway when I was doing it.
It's intense on both of the benches, with each coach just laying out their plan for victory with a lot of loud yelling, Tim.
You know, this game, the crowd has been very good this game. But boy, if we get under 5 minutes and we've still got a close game like this, I expect this gym to be getting pretty loud.
Yeah.
Kansas Christian, Washington bringing the ball up the court, and they called him for a carry. It looked like he had a moment of indecision there, like he was going to pass and then decided not to, and he just momentarily put that ball in his hip and carried it. He wasn't really guarded that closely, but I think it was a good call by the official. Washington would disagree with my assessment, but I think it was a good call by the official.
Number 22 slips.
Well, he slipped because his shoe came
off. Yeah, it did.
He just blew a tire. I'm not sure where his shoe is.
Is he?
No,
it's in his hand. He's putting it back on. So, yeah, that was a really strange slip. There might be a little liquid on the floor. Ref's wiping it up, but I just think maybe his shoe came off.
I saw him slip. When he did, and he slipped and went to the floor, and I saw just a sock on that one foot, which would explain the slipping. This court wasn't really made to be to wear your socks on and play basketball. So Champion does retain possession. 14 shuffled his feet there. That was Hawkins. Tried to do a basketball move before he put the ball on the court, and got called for the travel there. Champion still staying in somewhat of a full court press. KCC does a good job of breaking it. Sets it back up, comes up top. Jordan with the ball.
Tim, you can tell that both teams are under a lot of pressure right now. You're seeing way more mistakes than we were in the first half.
Yeah, and KCC, since that little run by Champion, looks a little bit lost on offense. I mean, I think their game is really run and gun, which has to come off of rebounds and whatever else, but they seem a little bit like they're having a little bit difficult of a time to figure out what to do on offense. And we've got a held ball possession. I believe Champion has possession. So the ball will stay with with Kansas Christian underneath their basket. Champion quickly subs in as Laurent comes back into the game and Hawkins comes out. Jackson Hall with the ball in the corner. Passes it down inside to the post.
Raekwon tries to throw it up, but it hits the side of the goal.
And I'm not sure. I thought maybe there was a foul call, but there wasn't.
It just went out.
Ball went out of bounds, turned over back to Champion. 10.5 minutes to play in this ball game.
Washington's trying to steal the ball back, but was unsuccessful. Raekwon gets it, sends it to Jackson Hall, number 0 for KCC, and they're heading up the court.
Great lead pass ahead to Jordan. Jordan with the reverse layup. KCC extends their lead to 6. Long free throw short by Malone.
Jackson Hall has the ball almost all by himself. Puts
Hall
up an
waits,
easy 2.
Waits for the defender to jump, waits for him to come back down. Hall's like, I'm not going to challenge you in the air. I'm just going to wait till you come back down. I'm going to shoot it. He scores. And KCC, Hall diving for a loose ball. That Hall ultimately did not end up with that ball, but he got a hand on it. Ball was on the floor. Several players went down to get it. It was a jump ball. It will stay with Champion. That will not go down in the stats. Nothing will be said about Hall and the stats on that play, but he's really the one that made that happen. Excellent defensive effort by Hall on that play, as he's had a big last minute here in this game.
KCC has a lead by 8. And Champion just throws it out.
You kind of see momentum going back over to the Falcons of Kansas Christian. Champion looks a little bit frazzled. We're going to see what happens here in these next couple minutes.
Got to commend these guys for really communicating with their teammates on the court as they're passing and weaving in and out. Both sides have done a really great job communicating during this game. Jerice Jordan with the 2.
Jordan dribbled it inside, kind of lost it for a second. It looked like the defense kind of stopped. Then he got it back, spun, and had an easy lane to the basket. And as I say that, the same thing happens on the other side.
Number 2, Arlen Jenkins for Champion Christian with the 2.
Drive right to the basket again. I think Champion has just gone to straight up man-to-man here, which would lead toward picks, and Washington, big guy for Kansas Christian, comes out and does just that, sets a pick. But the basket is not good. Great play by Washington, gets his hands on the ball. Ball goes off of Champion. Turnover back to Kansas Christian. Great defensive play in the backcourt by Washington.
Jerice Jordan with the ball.
Oh, beautiful move. See if he can finish a little bit short on the 3. Rebounded by Kansas Christian. Great.
Gets the 2 points.
Great play around the basket. Is that Panetta?
Number 21. That was 21. Eliezer Conley.
Oh, Conley. That was a great play around the basket by Conley. He grabbed that air ball, grabbed the rebound, and then just kind of worked his way around until he had a decent shot underneath and then converted and stretched this game out to 10 with just under 8 minutes to go. But don't leave yet, because there's a lot of basketball yet to be played. There's nobody claiming victory yet, I can assure you of that.
13 with 2 for Champion Christian.
That's A.J. Williams.
Joe Hyacinth in the game for Kansas Christian College. Passes to Wilson. Wilson passes back to Hyacinth. No good on the three.
That would have been a big three. He had an open look at it. He was out little ways past the line. Wasn't able to nail it. Now Champion. Oh, I thought that was going to be in. A.J. Williams put up a long three, and it looked like it was about to fall. Comes up a little bit short. Ball goes back over to Kansas Christian, up by 8 with a little over 7 minutes to go.
KCC just being a little patient, waiting for the right moment to move. And Jordan looks for it and doesn't get it.
Man, that was a good look by Jordan.
KCC does rebound the ball, number 24, Juvens Hyacinth.
It's good to see the post from KCC coming out and setting picks for their guards. As Champion had switched to man, coming out and giving their guards a chance to get open. Champion brings the ball down, gets it inside, double teamed is Hawkins. Hawkins kicks it back out. Long three by Williams, a little bit short. Hawkins rebounds it. Strong move to the basket, puts it in. Quick timeout by Champion's coach with the lead at 6.
We'll go to a quick commercial break and
Take the next step towards your college degree at Kansas Christian College. We have residential and online degrees just for you. Our faculty have international experience and teach from a Christian values perspective. Classes will be convenient, your degree will be affordable, and you will be prepared to serve others in your career. Enroll today in your undergraduate degree program at kansaschristian.edu. Take that next step toward your life goals and achieve your dream. Enroll today at Kansas Christian College. Classes are forming now.
We're back to.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Timeout's almost over. There's the buzzer.
Well, you're a prophet there.
I am. You know what?
And I will vouch for him. He's not setting out the scoreboard. He didn't just push that horn whenever he said that. Stephen is a man of integrity.
So just quick shout out to the chat who's watching live on YouTube. 134 folks joining us. Let us know in the chat where you are from today. We would love to hear from you.
All right, with about 6 minutes to play, KCC has a 6-point lead, bringing the ball up court. Jordan has the ball, setting up the offense. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Passes it to Hyacinth. They're looking for a way to score. Hyacinth goes up the middle. No.
Now, I don't know if this was the intention out of that timeout, but it looked like they were trying to isolate Hyacinth one-on-one, let him take his man to the basket. And he did that, just couldn't quite get the basket to fall. Ball goes out of bounds on Champion. KCC retains possession underneath their own basket.
Passes out to number 5, no good.
Wow, I thought that was going in. That looked like it was right on, just a little bit strong. Great drive and kick out by Hyacinth. Boy, that as a shooter, when you have your teammate do that, drive in and kick it out to you, boy, you can step right into that shot and turn a shot into a high percentage shot just because of where you're getting that ball from. Good move to the basket.
Number 14
by Hawkins,
by Champion. Yeah.
Partially blocked. Hyacinth comes down the court with it, kicks the ball back out to Jordan. And KCC will set it back up. KCC seems to be putting out a concerted effort now to run a little bit of time off this shot clock each time they bring it down as they drive into the basket.
Raekwon Fraser with another 2.
Just like that, it is a 10-point lead again. With an almost steal by Wilson. They said the ball was off of Wilson, will stay with Champion.
KCC has not been able to get over a 12-point lead the entire game. We're back to 10. We'll see what happens.
I believe it was just Malone that checked into the game for Champion.
And Vince Smith for KCC.
Vince Smith comes in for the big man for Williams. So KCC has a small lineup here on the court. See if they're wanting to look to pressure. Oh, we almost had a travel in the backcourt there. Great backdoor pass.
Number
Ahead.
22, KJ Corder for Champion.
And Champion coach calls another full timeout. We'll go ahead and stay here for this one. I believe he is down to one timeout after this full with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. He calls a full timeout off of the made basket, which would lead me to believe, Stephen, I've been wrong before. It's been several years, but there was one time that would lead me to believe, calling that timeout off of the made basket, that he's wanting to set up some sort of full court pressure. See if maybe they can gain some momentum, get some quick steals and some easy baskets, and cut into this lead. So we've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. This is the last game of our evening. Kansas Christian is up by 8. Do just a quick recap. Arlington won earlier today, as well as Southwestern Adventist University, so they will play each other on Friday at 1:30. Dallas won in a great game right before this, so they will play the winner of this game Friday at 7:15, and we will have 3 women's games tomorrow. We will go over the women's bracket after this game is over tonight. So Champion does come out in looks like a 2-2-1 press. Sets a trap right past half court. Great job with the trap, but KCC is able to get out of it. Pass ahead, Champion with the foul. Boy, they almost had what they were looking for there.
Well, Tim, you were right. I guess we're both prophets tonight.
We are. Well, I did coach a time or two in my day, so I know a little bit about strategy. But good take to the basket, a little bit wild with the shot there. I believe that was Haysent. And Champion pushing the ball down.
Both teams playing with extreme intensity right now. Champion wanting to get this lead back down.
Great decision there by Jordan. He started to drive baseline. There was nothing there. Turned around, dribbled back out, and realized that right now the clock is his friend. He's better to come out and set it up and try to get a good shot. And there's the good shot he was looking for. That may be the play of the game that will go unrecognized. He ran 15 seconds off of that clock, opted for a better shot, and then got that better shot for his team to put his team back up by 10 as a foul has been called
on Rashad Wilson for KCC.
On Rashad Wilson. Champion will take the ball out on the sideline.
I got to say, the Champion coach seems to have a solid strategy of rotating in and out very quickly.
5 team fouls on Kansas Christian. So a couple more, and Champion will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Great inside move there for Champion. KJ Corder, number 22. It's an 8-point lead with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Long, dangerous cross-court pass, but it worked out. Kansas Christian. Washington backs it up, sets it up, runs some time off. Very smart move as well by Washington. These guys seem to understand the situation in the clock. Great drive to the basket.
They don't make it, but
doesn't fall by Vince Smith. And then the ball goes off of Kansas Christian, out of bounds, back over to Champion with 2 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Well, what did we say earlier, Tim? It was going to be a close game. And even though there's just a few points, there's a few more points than earlier difference, anything can happen in the next 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
Drive to the basket there by A.J. Williams. Got hit on the hand as he went up, so he will go to the line to shoot 2.
First shot is no good.
And at this point, every free throw, every point becomes critical, as the Falcons are doing a good job of limiting possessions.
Champion does put that up. One more point for him.
We have a 7-point ball game. Champion in the full court press. KCC able to break it, and again, Washington doesn't have anything easy, so he backs it out, sets it up, runs some time. I'm very impressed with the way these guys are being patient with their shots, trying to get a good shot, realizing the game clock and the shot clock and situation. Now 3 seconds on the clock. There's a three-pointer.
No good. Rolls
no
right
good.
off the other side.
Good possession. The shot just didn't fall. Ahead to 22 on Champion. He gets tripped as he's driving in. KJ Porter, he will go to the free throw line, I believe, for a 1-and-1. If I've got my numbers correct. And I've got a shout out here. It says we were watching the game on the TV from our recliner. The computer is across the room and I'm too tired to get up. Watching from Lowry City, Missouri with slight snow cover. And that is from former KCC president Delbert Scott. And Dad, don't go to bed yet because I need to call you before you do, because I need you to bring some stuff to Kansas City for me tomorrow. So stay awake for a few more minutes so I can give you a call and give you a bucket list of what I need you to bring up.
Number 22, Brett Main, does make that first free throw shot. Gets another one.
That's quarter.
Oh, quarter, sorry. You know what? I'm an amateur.
That's all right.
There we go. There we go. I got the number right at least.
You did get the number right, which is what really made it surprising. You got the hard part out of the way. Champion with a quick foul. Champion has only committed 5 fouls, so KCC will keep the ball in baseline. Champion is pressuring full court. KCC brings the ball in. Champion does not get the steal. KCC comes across. This is under 2 minutes, but it has become a 5-point ball game with those free throws. Still anybody's game. Champion trying for a half-court trap, doesn't get it near travel. KCC sets it back up with 7 seconds to go. Great drive, kick out, no basket. Foul called underneath the basket on Malone. I happened to be watching right there when that happened. Malone had position but got a little extra push in, and the ball will stay with Kansas Christian. The shot clock is reset to 20, and I believe Kansas Christian
subbing out the entire team, it looks like.
Is going to call a timeout.
Nope.
So Kansas Christian timeout. 1 minute, 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. They are up by 5. The winner of this will advance to the game on Friday night, the semifinal, to play against Dallas Christian, which upset Manhattan 91-87 in overtime in the game right before this. And
that was an incredible game to watch.
That was a great basketball game, and this has just been a great first day of basketball here at Kansas Christian. And if you're looking for something to do tomorrow, or maybe you're like a lot of people and have to work during the day tomorrow, tomorrow night we'll have a game, and then Friday we'll move into the semifinals, 2 guys games and 2 girls games on Friday, championship games on Saturday. Boy, if you can make it up here, we would love to have you. Great atmosphere, great tournament. The winner of this regional will go on to Ozark Christian in a couple weeks to play in the NCCAA Division II Nationals. So every team is fighting hard for a win. We've got 1 minute and 34 seconds left to go in this game. 5-point game. Kansas Christian will have the ball under their basket. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Big shout out to Wilkins, former KCC student in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Wilkins.
Hey, I remember Wilkins. That ball went backcourt. Coach was yelling for backcourt, but KCC never had possession of the ball, so therefore it is not a backcourt call.
Number 13 for Champion tries to force a turnover, but Javarius Washington for KCC makes it happen. 2
Great
points.
drive by Washington, and that ball just hung up there for a long time, finally fell. Big fight for the ball. Kansas Christian comes down with the behind-the-back move. Oh!
Rashad Wilson throws it, tries to get Jerice Jordan, but ends up just hitting the pop machine on the sideline.
Wilson had a good idea there. Passed it ahead to Jordan. Was a little bit too excited, put a little bit too much on it. 1 minute to go, 7-point ball game. Kansas Christian in the lead ahead of Champion. Long three-pointer from A.J. Williams. Drains it, and just like that, it is a 4-point game. The referee came over to the table to ask something. I didn't catch what it was. Champion will stay in a full court. Looks like a full court man-to-man press. And near turnover, Champion got a hand on it. Kansas Christian, the ball went out of bounds on Champion. Kansas Christian retains possession.
Score is 63-67 KCC.
Oh, turnover by Kansas Christian and the foul. That is about the worst thing that you wanted to take place if you're Kansas Christian. Turnover on Washington, kind of dribbled the ball off of his foot. It looked like, got a little bit excited. Champion will go to the free throw line with a chance for 2 more points and no time coming off the clock as they stand at the free throw line. Tough turnover there for Kansas Christian. Half of the students on the stage are standing up, trying to draw some attention. 1-1 on the free throw line as Jackson Hall checks back into the game. Jackson's had a solid game. Also always a three-point threat and a pretty good ball handler as well in the backcourt. So they'll bring Jackson in, hoping to be able to secure the ball. The front end of the 1-1 is missed, and just as I was bragging on him, Jackson pulls down the rebound. Thank you for making me look good, Jackson. KCC advances the ball. Quick shot, 2 points, 41.8 seconds, and apparently there's a foul as well. I didn't hear the whistle. Shot is good. And Smith will go to the line for a traditional three-point play. Big basket there. See if he can convert this free throw.
And he did.
And he does. Big sequence of events there. That 4-point game has spread to 7 with 41.8 seconds to go. Still a whole lot of time in college basketball. Champion bringing the ball down in the hands of Williams. Deep three. Missed the shot. Goes down. They call the foul. It was on the three-pointer, so A.J. Williams will go to the line to shoot 3.
Oh, rough for KCC.
Ooh. Wilson from KCC is pleading his case to the referee. Touched the referee momentarily. Lucky he didn't get teed up for that. The referee is talking to him, but he didn't push the referee. He didn't do anything out of anger, but you can see the wheels turning. He was real close to getting a technical for putting a hand on the referee.
You know, Tim, in all my years of watching basketball, I've never seen an argument with the referee work in anyone's favor.
No, it really doesn't. All right, third free throw is good. 6-point lead. Kansas Christian subs. Pineda comes back into the game. Champion still in a full court press. Down by 6, 32.7 seconds to go. Champion coach calls timeout. I believe that is their last timeout.
We have 32.7 seconds left on the clock. KCC is up by 6 points. Quick timeout.
You ever have one of those situations where your wife or mother or whatever walks into the room and wants you to do something and you say, well, okay, there's 1 minute left in this game and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of these games where that 1 minute may end up taking about 10 minutes to we've gone from 40-some seconds down to 32 seconds in about the last 3 or 4 minutes, it seems.
Yeah, and just wait. Once it gets under 30 seconds, they'll just start fouling each other back and forth like crazy. So
yeah.
So someone was asking about how the camera works, and I do want to address that really quickly. The camera follows the basketball. It's keyed into where the ball is, and so you'll see the camera follow the ball no matter who has it in their hands. No one's really manning it. It's kind of the best case scenario for most of these situations.
And where it gives you problems is not necessarily during the game, but more if there's not action on the court, the camera is trying to figure out where to focus. So you'll see sometimes it popping around from one side to the next. KCC, it runs an interesting play there. I'll explain it if I got a chance, and I do. Since that timeout happened after a free throw, then they have the option of running the baseline. They also have the option of running an extra player out and passing the ball to them on the baseline, and that's what they did there. It's just a little trick play. And so the ball went to 20. He was still out of bounds on the opposite side, and then he passed the ball in. Perfectly legal play if it's after a basket. If it's after a violation or something like that, you cannot do it because you can't run the baseline. Jackson Hall goes to the free throw line.
And he gets it.
And Jackson, I don't have the stat readily available. And, well, we do have it here if we can find it. But Jackson has been a very good free throw shooter over his career, just going from memory. And he drills the first one.
And
there's the second one. The second one is smooth. With those free throws, he pulls this lead, stretches this lead back out to 8. 2 big free throws from Jackson, and he's rewarded by being taken out of the game. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he comes right back in. Three-pointer. Oh, I thought that was going to be good.
Champion
Three-pointer
doesn't get
by
it.
Malone. KCC pulls down the rebound.
And is
quickly
fouled.
fouled. KCC players are starting to feel it now. This victory is within grasp, 18.5 seconds, 8-point lead as Wilson walks to the free throw line with the chance to stretch that lead out to 10. This has been a hard-fought game by both teams. Both teams playing hard, playing well, fighting hard in there. And another fun game to watch here at Kansas Christian College.
Wilson with the first free throw. It is good.
You know, if KCC ends up winning this game, I think if we look back at the free throws, that will tell a large story. Down the stretch, they've hit some big free throws.
And he gets the second.
And with that, they spread this lead out to 10. KCC calls a timeout. Jaime, KCC's coach, right here is probably just setting up the situation with his players. Number one thing he's going to tell them, don't foul. We want that clock to run. College basketball, a little different than high school basketball in that the clock stops after a made basket in the last minute of the game. So it doesn't run as quickly as it does because of that in high school basketball. But what coach is wanting to do here, he may come out with some token full court pressure just to run a couple extra seconds off the clock. It's not a big deal if Champion scores, but then KCC needs to keep from fouling, and when they do get possession of the ball, hold on to that possession. They don't need any more baskets. They need that clock to run. They need to protect the ball. So that's kind of the setup. With these last 18.5 seconds, Champion really looking for a small miracle here. KCC, the game is really in their hands. As long as they don't do something to give it away, there's not really enough time on the clock. KCC does come out with some token full court pressure.
You hear no fouls everywhere.
No fouls. Williams long three, missed. Champion will not foul. KCC has it. The last 5 seconds of the clock runs off as Jordan is dribbling. And with that buzzer, KCC will move on to the next round with a 74-64 victory over Champion. The home team advances and will play again on Friday night with a chance to go to the championship game. Again, the winner of this regional championship will go on to Ozark Christian College to play in the Nationals here in a couple weeks. There will also be some at-large bids. Manhattan was knocked off in a great game before this. However, Manhattan was ranked number 2 in the nation. There's a very good chance that Manhattan will get an at-large bid even though they lost today. But besides that, maybe Arlington if they end up losing later on in the tournament, but probably anyone else. The only way they're going to Nationals is if they pull out the ultimate tournament win. So, Stephen, we'll take a quick break here, then come back and look at some stats and hopefully get an interview with KCC coach and then kind of
Take the next step towards your college degree at Kansas Christian College. We have residential and online degrees just for you. Our faculty have international experience and teach from a Christian values perspective. Classes will be convenient, your degree will be affordable, and you will be prepared to serve others in your career. Enroll today in your undergraduate degree program at kansaschristian.edu. Take that next step toward your life goals and achieve your dream. Enroll today at Kansas Christian College. Classes are forming now.
All right, we are back with some post-game stats.
We're just, Stephen, just getting a chance to look over these quickly here. A couple things that just jumps out. We haven't had a chance to really look over them. Kansas Christian points in the paint, 48 to Champions 26. So 48 of Kansas Christian's 74 points came in the paint. They also had 10 second chance points. Both teams had high numbers of points off the bench, 31 for Champion Christian, 29 for Kansas Christian. I want to take a look at the free throw percentage here. As Champion was 59.1%, Kansas Christian shot 80% on free throws, 8 for 9 in the second half. And we've got the coach from Kansas Christian here with us. Looks like he's a little warmer than we are.
Oh man,
we've been complaining about it being cold all day, but
yeah,
Coach, you seem to have heated up.
Yeah, it's been a long year, and all the work we put in just shows out here. It's been a long season, and they got us early in January on a short week, and hats off to them, man. They're a great team. They're well coached, and tonight we just had the it factor. So,
Coach, I thought your guys really played together well as a team. Really looked for the open man, and it was a hard-fought game by both teams. But yeah. I thought your guys really played together well.
Yeah, a lot of people always say, "Hey, you guys are little, you guys are this and that." But I always revert back to the one thing about this team. Is that they get along. They all get along. They all love each other. They support each other through thick and thin. And we've been through it this year, but that shows in the end right there that these guys just through grit and grind, man. They're going to give it their all.
I don't know if you were listening a little bit ago. Points in the paint. You had 48 points in the paint tonight to their 26.
Yeah,
so for a bunch of little guys, as you say, you got to have big hearts to have points in the paint like that.
Hawkins is a beast. I don't even know what he had. I'm sure he had a double-double easily, but and Malik, man, those two guys are just monsters down there, and they got us last time. And we try to make an emphasis to do better, crashing the boards together, not just one or two guys. The last time we were down there, Conley had 18 rebounds, I think, and we still lost by 12, and we knew it wasn't enough. But we knew what we had to do tonight, and we came out and fought, and that's the end result. Possibly
the biggest stat of the night, and most coaches are big on this. free throws. For the game, you were 80% on free throws. Second half and down the stretch when it mattered, you were 8 for 9. You guys were 8 for 9 on free throws.
You know, we laugh, but we have the free throw doctor, the free throw guru, and Poteet. So
you do.
You got a lot of people laugh at it, but psychologist wise, he talks to us about it, what we need to do with the line, and early on in the season we're shooting 52% for a long time. It felt like, and we finally hit that climax second semester, and we just did what we needed to do at the end. So.
Well, great job, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Tim.
And great job for your guys. So you will advance to the next round. You'll play against Dallas at 7:15 on Friday night. So you got a couple days. I think you all in Dallas have played each other this year.
No, we haven't. Actually.
You haven't this year. Okay.
No. The last time we played them, they beat us by 20 at Dallas about the year before last. So they're very athletic and well coached by Coach Coleman. So I have a lot of respect for those guys.
And Dallas upset Manhattan tonight in a great overtime game and moved on to the next round. So that should be an exciting game to watch between you all and them.
And that's what we didn't want to do tonight, and not saying anything against Manhattan, but we didn't want to overlook, what was going on. We wanted to face them if we won. We wanted to talk about Dallas. If we didn't, we were just going to move on. But thankfully we won. So.
All right, great job tonight, Coach. Give your best to our players, and we will look forward to seeing you all Friday night. So go home, get some rest, try to rest up and cool down a little bit.
Thanks, Tim. Have a good one.
All right, you do the same. So.
I gotta echo. Since we won, can I gush for just a second?
Go ahead and gush.
I gotta echo what Coach Jaime said about these guys working together. You see that in the classroom as much as you see that on the basketball court, and I couldn't be more proud of this team. But Champion Christian, they fought hard tonight. They tried so very, very hard, but didn't come up with it. But an awesome day of basketball here at Cohen Memorial Auditorium. Tomorrow, our first girls' games start, I believe, at 1 p.m. We have Dallas versus Barclay at 1 p.m. And then we have Arlington versus Kansas Christian at 3:30. And then Champion again, the women's team versus Manhattan. Tomorrow is all ladies basketball. We're very excited to see what all the ladies from the region have for us, and we are equally excited to see how the men's games come together on Friday. But let me encourage you, stay tuned to our KCC Athletics YouTube page. Each one of the games has its very own live stream link. So if your team is playing, you can click that reminder that it's going live, and you can watch in, tune in, and watch your team play. And we really thank everybody in the chat for coming out tonight and sharing with us. A couple other quick shout outs. We had lots of folks from Texas, lots of folks from Champion Christian. So tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, we'll be back with more ladies basketball. Anything else for us, Tim?
I got just a couple things. I got a text from Ron Allred. Some of you know Ron Allred said that he was listening and didn't know how to let us know, but that he was on there, but that we did a good job. So we always value Ron Allred's opinion. The second thing, I got a text from Doug that announced the first couple games with me, and he is admitting to stealing my Sharpie that I've been looking for and couldn't find here. So that's where my Sharpie went.
Oh, no.
So, Doug, I'll just take that out of your paycheck later on. But, Stephen, great slate of games here. You already went over the games tomorrow, and we hope you all can come back, join us online. If you can join us here at the gym, we would love to have you here live and in person. It's going to be another great day of basketball, but we are signing off for now. So
stay safe, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.